Our champion drive here in the British steers with his calf that comes out of Class 1. Tremendous look to him from the profile. A calf that I think ties together enough stoutness and correctness along with that. A calf I like a great deal. Real competitive second class of these. We got a big bone, long-bodied steer with a lot of top that won that second class. He could have just a little more rib to him, but a solid kind of steer as well. And then our second, a steer that obviously I like and considering him very close to the class winner out of that lighter class. Tremendous shape, big forearm in him. They can't quite match the straightness of lines of that class winner. A real impressive kind of steer to study in terms of composition, the rib shape that he's got. And then a black steer that follows him up. It looks like an Angus influence. Good volume, good body, good structural base. He could be just a little stouter and heavier bone. Nice set of British influence progress steers. I'll pick a couple champions. Let's give these exhibitors a round of applause for a good coward.
Our reserve champion progress British steer goes to Cody Sullivan, and our champion goes to Aaron Curley. Today, Cody will be leaving with a near frame, as well as Aaron will be leaving with a high travel table. Now we already know that there's $6 tri-tip sandwiches and $4 hamburgers over there in the foyer. But we also have candy, chips, hot dogs, and to help keep you warm, a nice cup of coffee or even a hot cup of hot chocolate. We can find all of these things over in the concession stand of the foyer of the pavilion.
Emily Pillen, your class is going into the ring. Emily Pillen, class 17, your class is going into the ring. First call for class 18, progress colored steers. Class 18, progress colored steers, make your way to the makeup ring. Emily Pillen, your class is in the ring.
Okay. Alright, good. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Cool. Alright.
18 steers, please make your way to the makeup ring. Class 18 progress colored steers, last call, make your way to the makeup ring.
An easier way for those friends and family members back home to view the show here today is to simply just go to youtube.com, type in MJC Winter Cattle Classic, and search for the video that says live streaming next to it. There will be a couple different videos there that show the previous shows of today. But the most important part is to look to search MJC Winter Cattle Classic on youtube.com and look for the live streaming video. Should be one of the top ones up there when you search.
Another good set of steers, and the young man Smoke that wins it in this case. I think ties together some power, some look, and some balance. He gets out and goes in good shape. There is more power and expression of muscle in him. than there is in the calf that follows him up in class. He could be a little leveler hip. He's probably not perfect in the way his flank line sets in him at this point, but I think a pretty honest, pretty solid kind of steer, tying together some fundamentals. The steers in second and third, really close to me, some trade-offs in them. I like the balance, the body type, and the way the second place steer blends together a little better. He transitions neater from shoulder to forerib. He runs deeper through his rear rib and flank. I think both those cattle are pretty good in terms of their skeleton. This red snip face steer, really thick, and I like that part of him exceptionally well. He's got more upper hip or center quarter. He'll probably open with a little bigger eye someday down the road. And that steer that stands just above him in class, but he's also just a little rougher. The way he goes back into his forerib, a little tighter in terms of the depth of body he doesn't quite have, and that troubles me enough. I end up with him in third place, even though I like the shape. The fourth place steer got a little more body in terms of depth. There's another one that's got some shape. That one just needs to handle his rear legs better. He's kind of up in that career pastern. Doesn't flex and set down with the comfort that he needs in that rear ankle in order to work his way up any higher. We fixed that in him, and I think he becomes a contender to stand a spot or two higher in that class. We end with a steer that I think is a little better structured, but gets just a little narrow, gives up a little too much in terms of width and power to the top end of that class.
Class 17 Progress Colored Steers. In fifth place, we have Kayla Keating of Ripon. Fourth place goes to Danielle Jess of Iron. In third place, Presley Hewitt of Pleasant Grove. Second place, Emily Highland of Rescue. And in first place, we have Alec Bailey of Palooza. In the ring right now is Class 18 Progress Colored Steers.
Attention to livestock barns. First call for Class 20 Progress Colored Steers. First call for Class 20 Progress Colored Steers.
Attention in the barn. If you guys are loading your trailer, just make room and cooperate with people that are fitting in the annex. If you are trying to load your trailer out, just make sure you cooperate with people that are fitting cattle in the annex area. Steer shouldership will follow the selection of your champion steer. We're going to go straight into steer shouldership. If you have your registration papers for your heifers, please come up to the registration table and get them checked in. The commercial heifers we will be weighing first thing in the morning. To all the exhibitors that have shown today, if you receive a blue piece of paper, make sure you go next to the concession stand to pick up your premium money. We will not be mailing premium checks. So if you received a blue piece of paper in class, make sure you go to the concession stand and pick up your money.
Beginner class where I think the top two steers get pretty close. Red steer that I like is a little bigger hip, a little more shape in the center quarter. I think toes ahead, a little truer out front, the way it comes at you and goes away. He's one that I see as a little more potential cutability down the road. And I like that he's cleaner fronted as we're studying from his chest up into his throat. There's an ample rib in that calf, and I don't know that he necessarily from his shoulders back balances up any better than the steer we stand second. That calf is really correct in his lines, level in his hip. He runs parallel to his near rear rib and flank there. I like that one a lot in that respect. I think he gives up just a tick shape and width as we get on him from behind. And I think a real close top pair of cattle. But that one that wins it probably has the advantage in power and shape and credibility. Steers in third and fourth, to me again, are pretty close. I see a little more balance and body in this red steer that comes out in third. In a lot of ways, he kind of rivals the steer that stood just above him. Difference is he gets just a nickel lighter bone, comes up a little shorter strided in comparison to the top end of the class. Kind of a uniquely marked steer that comes out in fourth. That steer's got good strength at top. In this particular class, he just ends up a little plainer to look at. Gives up some balance, but I do see some potential in him for a good kind of cattle in that particular class.
In Class 18 of Progress Colored Steers in fourth place, we have Boris Vipaya from Lodi. Trevor Howard of Bakersfield comes in at third place. In second place, Preston Howard of Bakersfield. And in first place, Montana Tasker Martinez. In the ring right now is Class 19 Progress Colored Steers. Let's be sure to continually showing our support for all our exhibitors here today.
Got a young lady with a beautiful smile and a single entry steer that's going to win a class, and does so really deservingly. Steer that balances up well, really good in his top line, really runs neat to his chest floor and back to that rear rib and flank. Look forward to seeing him in the champion lineup here in a few classes.
Our first place winner for Class 19 Progress Colored Steers goes to Rose McPhee of Lodi. Getting ready to enter the ring is Class 20 of Progress Colored Steers. We have several wonderful vendors here today. We have Sullivan Supply down there at the end of the pavilion, Stitch Design, booths from both of our main sponsors here today, Associated Feeds and NASCO, and don't forget about Glamour Cat. They are located inside the pavilion as well as having a trailer just outside past the foyer. So while you're on your way to go and get yourself a nice tri-tip sandwich or maybe even a warm cup of coffee, be sure to stop by these booths and see what they have for you.
Got two good steers in this class, and I actually find them to be fairly close. Young lady's tan steer that's going to win the class, I like in terms of his look and balance a little better. As we get on him from the side, the moderate size, the big rib cage, the depth of flank, I think pull him into balance a little more impressively. He's a bigger top steer. He's got more muscle expression over his rib and loin, probably a little more shape to his upper hip and center quarter. He wants to get just a little tight in the spine as he goes. That's one of the reasons I think this is a fairly close pair of steers. Young lady's red and white steer here in second place. A calf that probably goes with more reach, probably stays a little more relaxed and level in his top line. He just kind of runs out of gas as we get on him from behind. He's a little flatter in his forerib, doesn't have quite the same degree of power and muscle expression to him of that tan steer that wins the class.
In Class 20 of Progress Colored Steers, we have Haley Trainer of Maxwell coming into second place, and in first place, Allison Souza of Hillmar. On their way into the ring is Class 21 Progress Colored Steers.
He tried kicking. I said the second one, but I like it. I don't know, I gotta look at the second one by itself. There's the mouth they look exactly the same. I switched over? No. Just progress is the bigger house.
Thank you very much for sitting here and rolling the camera around.
Not doing anything else. I'm doing something. I'm saying the second part. I'm saying my right. You got first? Yeah.
Good pair of cattle showing in this class, and then interesting pair of steers in place. I know I've said that a lot today, but it's what I've thought. We've seen good cattle, get in the trade-off between them, and you like different parts and different ones, and so anytime you've got that, to me, they become a little more intriguing or interesting to line up. And so the more cream or tan or orange, whatever you prefer to call it in terms of color, and this particular pair strikes me as being a little stouter. That calf is more moderate in size, but he's got more body shape, he's got a bigger hip in him, see more muscle expression in him as we study him over his rib and loin and back to his center quarter. I just think there's a more powerful steer there, potentially going to rib a bigger eye at some point down the road, and a pair of good skeleton, good structured steers. That's the primary advantage that he's got in this particular pair of cattle. This bigger frame steer, really good in his lines, super good down his top, extra clean sheath. The calf has got a really neat look to him in that respect, but it's just a tick flatter, and that's what I separate these two on. Nice pair of steers and both very well shown. My compliments to these young ladies and to their class winner.
The Rocha girls took over Class 21 of Progress Colored Steers, with Lainey Rocha from Los Banos coming in second, and Haley Rocha of Los Banos coming in first. In the ring right now is our Progress Colored Drive.
Attention to livestock barns. First call for Class 22 Progress Black Steers. First call for Class 22 Progress Black Steers.
The reserve champion of this class will be going home with a mirrored frame, and our champion will be leaving the Jackpot with a hide-made travel table.
We'll address each one of our class winners, and we'll move on toward picking a breed champion here in a moment. But again, a competitive shows. We get into these colored progress steers, and we start with a black nose smoke down here that's got a look and a presence to him. He's a calf that's still pretty green at this point, but I like his shape. I like the way that he's made up to his front third. I like the hip and rear legging him pretty well. He maybe turns out a little at the ground. He's not just dead perfect level in his lines at this point, but I see some future and some potential, and actually like that one pretty well. The red steer that came out of the second class, a real strong set of steers that he came out of. That's a calf that I like his upper rib shape. I think he's good in the center quarter. He's a steer that's real high neck to shoulder. There's attachment there. He's one we could maybe drop just a tick more rib into in terms of depth. But a steer that I like real well in terms of his bone, his arm, his degree of muscle shape. Had a single entry steer there in class 3. That is a calf that I think in terms of straightness of lines, the right kind of top and hip and a bottom line that runs parallel to it. You may not find him to be the prettiest fronted one out here, but I think in terms of a body type and parallel bottom line, that's an easy steer to like. He's sound, flexible. Could use a little more thickness, I think, in this lineup, but there's some parts to like in him pretty well. Calf out of the class right behind him is very well presented. Big rib, shapely. One that wants to get just a little tight in his top as he gets out on the lead. You kind of roach up in it just a little. He could be just a little longer and leather from hooks to pins, but I like the body type and the shape of that rascal really, really well. And then out of the heavy class, just a couple of steers in it. But a steer that the more you look at him, I think the more things you find to like. He's well balanced. He's got some shape and stoutness. He's a steer that looks like he's coming along adequately well in terms of reaching a compositional endpoint at a desirable end weight. He's a calf that I think toes ahead true enough, moves with enough flexibility. He's a calf that I think ties that right kind of body type and composition. Is easy to like in terms of combining that stuff pretty well. Nice set of class winners. As we have been doing, please pay off these exhibitors for bringing a really good set of calves.
You think so? Alright.
Congratulations to our progress colored steers. In reserve, we have Alec Bailey, and our champion goes to Haley Rocha. Let's be sure to congratulate these exhibitors on a job well done.
Attention to the livestock barn, last call for class 22, progress black steers. Last call for class 22, progress black steer.